Hello, welcome to Lori's DIY Life. This is Lori. I hope this is a good shot. Excuse me, I just need to take a drink real quick. I usually always bring it with me, but I don't usually take a drink, but I'm thirsty tonight. So what I want to do is use this vintage diary. I'm sure it's been out a while, but I only just got it, and I'm sure I don't have the full set, just a partial set. I want to use the ink thing, and I want to make it a little bit smaller. Thought about using this embossing folder, but I'm afraid it'll be too big. I do have some things I want to stamp. Here's the paper pad, and I haven't even opened it to look through it yet. So we will do that right now and see if there's any papers we want to use, because of course I haven't chosen my papers or anything yet. So pretty. I don't know what I'm looking for. That's kind of different. I like this too, that's pretty. So maybe that's a good choice. I really do like this paper pad. That's nice too. Can you see it? I mean, this nice. Very nice paper pad. Okay. This one, or there was another one. Was this it? This one would be nice too. I'll do this one. So it's vintage diary, which means antiques and stuff, right? So we want to be very sure that we stick along those lines, which means I don't want none of my white showing. So either that or I have to come back and ink up my sides a little bit. So I'm just gonna come here, and it fits perfectly lengthwise anyways. And I'm just gonna take my scissors and cut along the card. This one's gonna be real easy here to do that. There we go. I don't remember which way it went. I guess it went this way. Yeah, like that. Okay, and then these are dies. Let me have a look at them, because that feather, even though it looks good on the package, It's a little stiff, maybe. We'll have to look and see what the dye looks like. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Now, my question is, what color? See, this makes it look like it's going to stamp out your cutout here, and it's not. It's only going to emboss it. And since I don't have the embossing pad, probably not even going to do that. It also makes it look like there's a shadow. There's my shadow. It's just a little single die. So we're going to cut it out and see what we get from it. I'm going to look in here and see if I have black for the inkwell. That's actually a brown. So here is some scrap of black. Black, brown, feather maybe, or no, that's too metallic looking. Okay. It might be a little bit lighter. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that one. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out before I do anything else because I want to be sure that everything's going to go. Look at that sticking. Of course it did. Okay, these are just little so you know what. I was going to use my marquee because it's small, but I'm not seeing the folder. That's an embossing folder. Is it? Oh, no, it's not. Here's the folder. So we'll just use this. Didn't take that folder long, did it? Let me show you. I'm just cutting this. Come on. I couldn't see it, and it certainly didn't want to do. And the feather dye I'll do in the brown. I hope you can tell it's brown. It's I should have called it. It's got like a sheen, but it's not mirror. It's not Central Pro, I don't believe. I don't know, maybe it is. I don't know. Okay. Bring my marquee out. Run this through and this through. See, that being imprinted in there is what made me think it was an embossing folder, but there's no lip in there. It's not an embossing folder. That's just from using it on the die like that. So. Oh, that looks much nicer than I expected it to. Okay. And how did this turn out? Oh, looky here. Look at that. You can actually stick it down in there. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna put these back in here. And then my question is, do we want to use, oh, look, I gotta rip it because I'm just bad about this stuff. And okay, so the vintage diary frames. Let me see. It just broke when I went to get it off. It may not show. There. Okay. So do I want to use that? Could be under or I don't know. I don't know about it. Maybe like that. There's also a corner. I mean, the thing shows 2 corners in the back, right? But you only get one with it. You can see now if I wanted to use from another one, I could, but no. I don't think so. I don't think I want to use that. Now, my question is, what do I want to do now? Because that is certainly not enough. That's a ripped edge. I could do that, maybe. This ripped edge. Along the card. Let's see, it's not quite long enough, but I could go back in. Yeah, I don't think I will, because then you gotta worry about inking that card and everything. Let's see, that's an embossing folder. That's an embossing folder. Here's stamp and die for an antique frame. I don't think so. Key to my heart, that's not what I'm going for here. you know what I'm going to do is stamp directly down on this paper, I believe. And so that's not going to be like a bunch of layers and all fancy and stuff, but I kind of think that that's what's going to look good. Okay. So here we have the feather. So I think I'll put the feather on here. There's not much to this stamp. I'm hoping it turns out better than it looks like it will. Okay, so we got the feather there, and then here we have especially for you. I can do this up here like a cancel stamp, or I could do the little one. So there's the big one, here's the little one. What do we think? Do we want the cancel stamp or that stamp? I really like the cancel, but it makes it kind of crowded looking. That's what I'm afraid anyways. It'll make it look like it's too much. What do we think? I'm gonna go for it. So let me get my stamp pad. I don't know why there's two cards there. I hope that didn't move. Okay, I'm going to take these out. Oh, that one did just move. Okay. I'm going to put this much to the edge as I can, especially for you, right there in the cancellation. And okay, before I pick it up, I'm going to look for the color I'm going to use. The Smoked Pearl. Used it earlier. It's nice looking. I'm out of frame. Darn it. I gotta figure this whole thing out so that this never ever happens anymore. I want you guys to be able to see it all as it happens. So I've got the stamps right there. And pushing down to pick them up. I got them. Now what's nice about this one, oh, I did not have my paper in place with magnets. So since I was probably out of frame anyways, I don't know what I was thinking, but put the magnets on. Now that's the corner where I want that. This one needs to be re-glued or something. Okay. So this is going to go across the top. Then I'm going to have, especially for you, here somewhere, and then the canceled stamp. I don't know which way it should go. I didn't think about it when I was putting it on, but I needed to see. Okay, so it's got the short on the top and that on the bottom. So that's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. And then the feather. Hopefully that's right. Let's hope. Okay, I got everything in. I got my Smoke Pearl ink pad. And pick the stamps up. And turn them over. With this one, it's so easy. You could do whatever with these stamps. Take them in the other room and ink them up or whatever, but they're brand new, so I'm just gonna give them a little rub. I didn't look at what kind of ink this was. It's probably the water one. Okay, and down. I don't want to smush them, right? I just want to firmly put them down. Okay. And I'm going to re-ink them. And it looks a little crooked, that especially for you, but it's too late to move it now. And the reason I'm going to re-ink them is I don't want them to look just like the part of the paper. I want them to look like I purposely put them there. Okay. Looks good. Okay. I'm going to be happy with that. And then we have our frame. If anything should go under and over, it should be the inkwell. Should be a little bit under in the feather. The inkwell would be a little bit under in the feather. Would go up over. How does that look? Okay. So now what I need to do, I need to get some ink on this of some kind, and I don't know which one to do. Anthracite, and it's an opaque pigment, and I'm just gonna try it. Oh, that busted spot, I forgot about that. Okay, I'm gonna move this over. This may not work. Now remember, the opaque takes longer to dry, so I don't want to heat this wood because I don't know what will happen to it if I do. I'm hoping the fact that there's that little break in it actually just kind of adds to the antique look. Okay, let's see what happens. It ripped off a little bit. Not as bad as I thought it would. Okay. Now is the moment of truth. We got to try to glue this onto this. But I also need to glue down the inkwell if we're going to do it that way. I thought it looked good, so. So this would go here like this, just like that, and then the feather would come in here and go like that. I like it that way, so I'm gonna do it that way. So first is what? First is the inkwell just on the bottom. Just, I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, just on the bottom. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna try and see if I'm doing, just put it on the bottom. See, and I know I want it pretty much slanted as far as it'll go. So let me glue that in there. Okay. So hopefully I can do that. Oh, it's got to be straight. Okay, let me take this off. And slant that as much as possible. I did make that especially for you, Crooked, so you gotta be careful of this stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna put glue on here. I hope this glue holds it well because it's gonna be kind of heavy, so. Okay, so I want to put this part under the feather and bring the frame in. I like it. I'm liking it. Okay, now I'm gonna glue under the feather and I can't see it, so I'm going to turn it this way and just peek under the bottom. Just peeking. And lay it down. And I'm just going to let it do what it's going to do. If that doesn't want to lay, that's fine. It's all crooked, isn't it? Every bit of it's crooked. This is not a good spot for my camera. But if it was straight, I think it would be really cute. And maybe even emboss that. That would have looked good too. Yeah, I did get some of the ink on my fingers, but now it's going to have all the time in the world to dry. Well, not quite. I got to get it on the card. But if I had done everything straight, I think it would have been a really nice card. I've got the phone at a kind of a weird angle tonight. And I didn't realize it until I started making the card, and I didn't want to make you wait or go back or whatever, so I'm just gonna, let's get this down. I'm gonna have to get this video up quick or I'm not gonna want to put it up because it didn't work out because I just because I put it crooked, no other reason. Other than that, I think it would have been really cute. I love the stuff in it, and I'm gonna make more stuff with it. And I love that little paper pad. Just love the little paper pad. I mean, what did I do with that paper pad? There it is. Imagine a junk journal with, see, I hadn't looked at these papers before I came to make this card, but imagine a junk journal with, look at the other side. See, they're two-sided. Look at that. Look. And the blues. And look. I mean, I just think the junk journals. Look at the papers. I'm thinking, okay, so there's the card, that's crooked, and the frame's crooked, but then I could have embossed this, so I know you don't want to see it, but I will be remaking this card and making it right. And I might try something different on that so that I'm not getting it all over my fingers. But there we go. I think it is so cute. See, now I can see that I could have brought stuff down and, you know, spread it out a little bit better. But it's good. Alright. Thank you for joining me. If you like my channel, please hit the like and subscribe. I'm trying to get, right now, up to 200 subscribers. And when I do, I will be doing a swap. And all that will be needed on your part is, I will get my address. I got to get a P.O. box, and then I'll give the address, and you will mail something in, anything. A card, a piece of paper, a die cut, a piece of ribbon, a punch out, anything. And then I will have different swaps that I'm going to give out. And I will probably, before the swap starts, pull numbers for the swap. You know, like this swap and that swap, and each individual swap will get a number. And then when the people send me their swap, I would take their card, pull a number. I might wait for all of them to get in. That way I can pull a card and then pull a swap. And that will be the one that you get. But you do have to send something to swap. I guess YouTube's made it very, very hard to do any kind of giveaway or anything like that. So we have to do a swap. So you do have to send something for a swap. Anything. Well, not anything. But you know what I mean. Alright, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Hope you'll join me again. Bye-bye now.